Hi there, Dr. Anya Temer here. Today we will talk about 4 key areas you need to focus on in order to simplify and improve the quality of your life. So, number 1, your morning. If you focus on your morning, your day usually goes so much smoother if your morning is peaceful, calm, and organized. So, you need to set up habits and systems for your morning. What can you focus on? Time that you wake up. What do you do the next thing when you wake up? What things can you take and prepare the night before or even on other days in order to start your morning right? For example, meal prep is a big thing, but many of us don't do it. What can you do? Doesn't have to be like a 3 hour thing that you take on a Sunday and create all your meals. Now, what can you do in 15-20 minutes on either a weekend or the night before to simplify your meals? Can you chop up some vegetables? Can you cook a bunch of protein all at the same time, fish and meat, things like that? Can you delegate it? Can you give it to somebody else to take care of? Can you hire somebody? Can you ask your partner? So these are the things to consider, but simplifying your morning, the way you function before you have to leave for work, is going to set you up for success. Key area number 2 is, maybe you could guess, it's your evening. Morning and evening are the 2 times in our day when we are in most control, right? During the day, we don't know what's going to happen, whether somebody else is going to do something or something is going to happen that's out of our control. But morning and evening is usually much easier to structure. So, evening, what can you do to make your evening smoother? Can you create a really strict bedtime for your kids? Or can you create a really strict bedtime for yourself? Most of us are enjoying our evenings on social media, watching TV, or any kind of other entertainment, or catching up with a spouse, which is so important. But how many of you guys are staying up too late and then beating yourself up in the morning about it? I know I'm guilty of that all the time. I tell myself, that's it. Today I'm going to go to sleep by 11 or by 10. And then I find myself at 11:30 still trying to finish up some work or doing things in the kitchen or on social media. How many of you find that? But one key thing to do is try to create a really scheduled bedtime so that by 11 o'clock, non-negotiable, you have to be in bed. This will help you so much to create an energetic, a healthy, a fulfilling day ahead. Because when you wake up and you're tired, the entire day just doesn't feel right. But if you wake up rested, it's another story. And that's something that you could focus on in the evenings. Other things, there are other systems and habits that we could put into place in the evening in order to create a better, more simple, more joyful life. Number 3, another key area that we could focus on creating habits and systems to simplify and improve your life is when we're coming and when we're leaving. So once again, when you left your house, you're out of control. You don't know what's going to happen. You depend on other people. But once you're inside your house, when you're coming in or when you're leaving, you are in control and you could create habits and systems to help yourself make that process smoother. So for example, on your way in, when you're walking in the door, what can you do to help yourself leave easier next time? So you could create the same space for your keys and your wallet and your purse, for example, and make it habitual that as soon as you come into the house, that's where those things go. Another thing, mail. You're bringing all the mail, and most of the time we just drop it, right? We just drop it somewhere and think, oh, I'm gonna take care of it another time. But is this simplifying your life, or this is creating even more hurdles for you to overcome later? Because now you have this to-do thing that is added to your list. So what habits and systems can you create? And this is something I'm constantly talking about and helping my clients do. We really work through each and every step to create the system that's right for them. And then all it takes is practice, practice, practice until it becomes a habit. And then your life is becoming so much simpler. And now you could spend all this free time that you're creating on yourself, on your own fulfillment, on your own passion, on your own happiness, on your own health and well-being. So with the mail, can you create a system where, for example, you stand right by the door and you have the envelope opener right there by the door, and you open the envelopes and you have a little trash can set up right by your entrance where you throw away all the envelopes, all the ads, all the brochures, and you're left with usually just one or two pieces of mail that need to be taken care of. Now, what is your system or your habit? Where do those pieces of paper go? You have to make sure you have space for them that you know you will address later. So this is just a quick example of what you can do when you're coming into the house. Same thing for when you're leaving. What habits and systems can you create for leaving easier, for making it easier for you to leave your house? What can you pack ahead of time? What checklists can you create? How can you make sure that your other family members are taken care of when they're leaving, so that when you're leaving with them, they're not dragging you and keeping you late? What can you do to create a system for leaving your house easier? And that was area number 3. Now, area number 4 includes actually 3 things. If you take care of habits and systems in those 3 areas, you will be so much better. Your life will be so much smoother and simpler and happier and more fulfilled. So it's foundation, right? Foundation, in my book, this is what I teach, is consistent of 3 key areas: sleep, food, and movement. What are your current habits and systems around those areas? And do you have any? And if you don't, how is it affecting your life? And if you do, how is it affecting your life? Some of us are really good at having a system for movement, and those of us, you could tell by their body, right? You exercise consistently, you look good, you're in a great shape. Some of us have really good systems for nutrition. You're healthy, you're maybe meal prepping, or you have a system where you delegate your meals, you know when and how much you're eating, and you're good with that. So the key is to just realize that we need to focus on those 3 areas: movement, sleep, and nutrition, and create habits and systems for it. If you have any questions or comments, please comment below, and we will be dealing with all of these areas throughout this challenge. So please go back and look through the exercises up to today and check out which ones you missed. Please don't feel bad if you missed anything. Just catch up now, and other ones are still going to be coming up. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.